Hey guys, in this video I'm going to go over object-oriented programming in JavaScript. This is the part 2 of this 3-part sub-series in the playlist, so be sure to watch part 1 if you haven't already. But as always, please like and comment on the video, and please sub to the channel. Alright, let's get started. So again, we just got OOP in JavaScript, right? So, as always, make sure you go to repo.it and get a JavaScript file in, right? You know how to do that because you guys are awesome, right? And let's get started. So if you remember from the last lecture, right, or last video, which was like a mini lecture, I basically said that you know object oriented programming follows the principle of class and objects, right? Classes and objects. And there's a situation I detail where it's like a bird is like a class, because if someone just says a bird, right, you don't know what type of bird. It could be a blue jay, it could be a pigeon, it could be an eagle, it could be so many different types of birds, so many different types of birds. But a bird is a general term, so you have a vague idea of what it is, right? And the objects, right, are the specific types of that class, right? So that's that. So that's the idea with object-oriented programming. Now, how do you actually code this? Well, that's what this video is about. So we're actually going to start doing that now. So we'll do the bird example. I think that's a good one. So we'll have a class bird, right? And then basically, every class has this thing called a constructor, okay? And the constructor will just have the same, or actually no, I think it's just constructor. Yeah, never mind. Okay, now in the constructor, right? Basically, there will be variables, and what's going to happen is when you have many instances of that class bird, each of those variables will be set. So I'm trying to think of variables for a bird. There's not a lot, right? We can say maybe a bird can have 2 feet or 4 feet. So we'll say num feet. Country of origin. And I think that's enough, honestly. Okay, so now we can say this dot num feet equals num feet. This dot country of origin equals country of origin. Okay, and that's the idea. So this is going to make a lot more sense when we actually start coding this, right? And yeah, basically that. So in this video, I won't talk about inheritance. I'll leave that to part 3. But this is the basic idea. And I'm also going to have a method. So this is the basic idea of classes and objects. So I'm going to have a method too called chirp, right? Because birds chirp. And then I will, and this should be this open bracket, curly bracket. Okay, and then this will be calling chirp, and then this will just say console.log chirp chirp chirp. Okay. All right. And now what I can do is I can instantiate many different versions of this bird class. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm getting some error. I think that's fine. Let me play it. Yeah, okay, it's just doing that for no reason. So now I can say, let's just say pigeon equals new bird. And a pigeon, I believe, has 2 feet. I can check. Pigeon. I guess all birds have 2 feet, so that was a dumb variable. Let's think of another one. Country of origin is good. I like that one. And let's see. Pigeon. We can say like family, right? So family. I think that would have been a better one. Good stuff, family. Okay, so there we go. So now what I can do is I can actually make a version of this bird class. And I'll do the pigeon case where it's the columbiformes family and the country of origin. I think it's like Brazil, something like that. I'm just gonna Google it then. Pigeon is no, nah. Where do pigeons come from? Yeah, found in Europe. Okay, yeah. So let's just say Europe. Oops, my bad. Okay, Europe. So now I'll say that Europe. Okay, and now let's do another one. Let's say Blue Jay. And then we'll copy this. And I'll say Blue Jay. Okay, and it is Corvidae. So Corvidae. And it is from it's from North America. Okay, so now let me explain this. A lot of Google searching. But again, so what this is, right, is basically what I'm able to do is I have this template called bird, right? Class bird. And when I instantiate the, the class, right, I'm able to say the family and the country of origin. So notice how, it's very flexible. So the pigeon will be the constructor, will be the object of the bird class, but it'll have a different family and country of origin than the blue jay. And let's actually see this. So console.log pigeon dot family, right? And then let's do the same thing with blue jay. So let's run this. Okay, so now you see the pigeon's family is columbiforms and the blue jay is corvidae, right? I probably butchered those names, but right, whatever. So the idea is that this is the demo. The idea is that this is the class and the objects are actually defining the fields for themselves, right? So this is just providing the template and the specific, values in the fields are provided by the objects. So that's what's cool here is because, while everything can adhere to the same structure, they can be different versions of things. And that's why I use the example of the home, because homes on a block have relatively the same structure. It's just that there's different nuances that make them all, a different set of homes. While they have the same archetypal pattern, they have different, variations of things. So same thing here. And I think this is a good place to stop. So in the next video, we're going to talk about inheritance. So please make sure you understand this video first. Even watch other videos if you have to understand this concept. And I can't wait to see you then. All right, bye.